Well, Ayrton Balogun has our sports news.
Certainly we do. Well, Nigeria's under-20 team, the Flying Eagles, have named a 20-man squad for a series of tune-up matches in Morocco next week. Well, 7 members of the under-17 World Cup winning squad, with the likes of Taiwo Awoni, Abdulaziz Abubakar, Aliu Abubakar, Zaridin Bello, Abdullahi Alpha and Akijide Idowu, all made the trip. The new Flying Eagles under coach Manu Garba will play 2 friendlies against their Moroccan counterparts on April the 9th and another game 2 days later. The league management company, the LMC, has confirmed that embattled Nembe City will participate in the 2013-2014 Global Premier League season. With this clearance, Nembe City will begin their league campaign on Sunday with the match day 5 fixture in Uyo against Aqua United. Arsenal hope the return of Welsh midfielder Aaron Ramsey will spark their faltering campaign as they prepare for Sunday's trip to Everton. They are 4th with 64 points, that's 4 ahead of Everton, but having played a game more and have picked up only 2 points from their past 3 matches. Radek Stepanek and Lucas Rosol gave champions Czech Republic a 2-0 lead in their Davis Cup quarter-final against Japan after a hard-fought victory in their singles game in Tokyo. Former world number 8 Stepanek came from a set down to beat Tatsuma Ito 6-7, 7-6, 6-1, 7-5 before Russell survived a mid-match meltdown to overcome the 21-year-old Taro Daniel 6-4, 6-4, 3-6, 4-6, 6-2 in the second rubber. Let's talk some boxing. Well, World Boxing Organization welterweight champion Timothy Bradley says he is ready to face Manny Pacquiao. Bradley believes he never gained the recognition he was due after controversially beating the Filipino on a split decision when they first met in June 2012, while Pacquiao feels he was robbed with that result. And that's it in the sports news. The news at 10 continues shortly.
Unveiling the new look of Guinness. Discover a colorful world of more.
Now, 2 journalists working for the Associated Press news agency have been shot by a police officer in eastern Afghanistan. One of the women died in the attack. Her colleague Kathy Gannon is reported to be stable. Here's Cynthia Are with more.
The attack took place in the town of Khost near the border with Pakistan, and it also comes as Afghanistan prepares for the presidential elections, which are supposed to take place tomorrow in response to threats by the Taliban. The new president will succeed Hamid Karzai, who's been in power since the 2001 fall of the Taliban, but is constitutionally barred from seeking a 3rd consecutive term. Then a court in India has sentenced 3 men to hang under a new law which carries the death penalty for those convicted of multiple sexual assaults. The men were convicted of raping a photojournalist in Mumbai last year, but they were also among 5 men sentenced to life last month for raping another woman in a separate incident in the city. Also today, Mali is on alert over the deadly Ebola virus after 3 suspected cases were reported near the border with Guinea, where 86 people have died. The virus, which is spread by close contact and kills between 25 to 90% of its victims, has already spread to Liberia. Plus, Guinea-Bissau's ex-president, Kumbayala, who ruled the former Portuguese colony from 2000 until 2003, has passed on. He was a former philosophy teacher and won the presidential elections back in 2000 following a bitter civil war in the late 1990s. He was ousted 3 years later in one of the West African nation's many military takeovers. Finally, the U.S. Army says there is a strong possibility that the gunman who killed 3 people at a base in Texas and injured 16 others was involved in an argument before the shooting. Lieutenant General Mark Miley formally identified the attacker as Specialist Ivan Lopez, who later shot himself. And those are the top stories on the foreign scene.
Well, good news for Nollywood as the industry dominates nomination for the 2014 African Movie Awards. Now join Maiwa Gundele for details and all the trending stories that's on entertainment news.
Here are the top stories on entertainment. 4 Nollywood movies received nods at the 2014 edition of the African Movie Academy Awards announced in Johannesburg. The movies Akwaye Omoelemosho, Accident and A Mole from a Home received nominations in different categories with major competitions coming from movies from South Africa and Ghana. The Best Actress prize enlisted Nigerian actresses Chioma Chukwuka Akwota, Clarion Chukura and the entire Lagos Schoolgirl lead cast. The lead actor nominees are Nollywood's Kanayo Okanayo and Joseph Benjamin, with competition from Ghana's Majid Mikel and South Africa's Zengo Ngobe. Well, on a sad note, remains of the late hip-hop music star Zara Gretti was laid to rest at the Ikoyi Cemetery after a funeral mass at Holy Cross Cathedral. Close family, friends and associates turned up to pay their last respect to the singer who sadly passed away last Friday after 2 years of a terminal battle with multiple sclerosis.
This is my story. This is my song. Praising my Savior all the day long.
Well, on to brighter news. An amazing collection of Nigerian entertainers converged and took turn to entertain guests at the recently held Your Live event. Rappers Olamide Fino and Raven reminisce wild guests with brilliant performances after an engaging stage play headlined by Yor and Julius Agu. Top names in the Nigerian entertainment industry, including Two-Face Idibia, Uche Jumbo, Dr. Seed, and many others, will be joining other prominent names within the entertainment circle, including Obi Asika and the Director General of the Nigerian Broadcasting Commission, Emeka Omba, to discuss the state of the Nigerian entertainment industry at the second installment of the Nigerian Entertainment Conference scheduled for this April. Well, that's all, folks.
Well, many thanks, Maiwa. And the main news again. Nasarawa State Governor Tanko Almakura has visited the scene of yesterday's killings in Kiena local government area and demanded that the military review its counter-insurgency strategy in the state. The domestic help accused of killing retired Ogun magistrate Fumilayo Timei with a machete in her Abeokuta home has pleaded guilty to the charge. And gunmen today shot one journalist working for the Associated Press in Afghanistan, killing one of them. That's the news at 10 tonight. Thank you for watching.